Welcome back for another unboxing. I'm very excited today to open the box of Rogue Dungeons 2nd edition. This is a game that comes from Cerberus Gate Games. It comes in the 2nd edition, published in 2024. It's a game for 1 to 3 players that plays around 30 to 60 minutes, ages 12 and up, and the weight is 2 out of 5. It is designed by Albert Danish and Chad Randall Manicia, and it's a game that falls under the category of thematic games, with exploration, with fighting, with dice, with maze, which is created in this Rogue Dungeon. It also has a video game theme and medieval theme. The mechanisms used in the game are various, from dice icon resolution to dice rolling to critical hits and failures. It's a co-op game. It plays great as a solo. It has hand management, multiple maps, once per game abilities, also great for solo and trading. Now, without further ado, let's quickly check what's the theme and the story behind the game. Rogue Dungeon 2nd edition is a 1 to 3 cooperative dungeon crawler, originally designed for solo play. It plays like an old school roguelike game using hand management, card draw and dice rolling as primary game mechanics. You're asked to explore the map of each dungeon level, encountering traps and fighting monsters, find treasures and various items such as weapons, armor, magical potions, scrolls and artifacts to aid on your quest. You gain experience to improve your hero abilities and skills, and trade to improve your inventory. Players will need to figure out how to be best utilizing their hero abilities and level up with experience and survive the dungeon itself and defeat the final boss. Even the game comes into a small package. It's full with components. It has a lot of replayability, and also there is something that I want to mention. I'm going to add a link in the description of the video. You're going to find a link to the upcoming Kickstarter, which offers 3 new Rogue Dungeon expansions, sewers, castles, and a Rogue's Tales War campaign in a deluxe storage box for all of the content. I'm really looking forward for this one. Sounds like an extra adventure, but for the first I'm going to focus on the core game, which I'm really wanting to dive into. What's new in the 2nd edition? I haven't had the chance to play the 1st edition, even though I heard it in the past. This 2nd edition has extra components and rules for multiplayer, supporting up to 3 players. It has 5 new heroes for a total of 10 to choose from. Sounds great. Game boards instead of cardstock game mats. It has a revised cohesive art style for boards and card backs. Includes Tomb expansion. It's a full set of rooms, additional maps, bosses, monsters and loot. And each board's reverse side may be used as one large dungeon map and an alternate mode of play. Sounds really great, so let's dive now into the unboxing. I'm going to follow with different content for the game. This comes like in a really packed, compact game and box, and I really like that because this means that it's ultimately very portable. Okay, this is the back of the box. So let's open the core, the box. It has the rules of play in this nice leaflet. It seems to be straightforward in terms of rules. We have, first of all, introduction to the game, all the game components listed, various things from the dungeon board to player boards to different monster cards, boss cards, hero cards, room cards, different tokens, loots, okay, and all sorts of different things. We have 10 mini meeples, we have dice and various tokens. Now the dungeon board setup, this looks like it's going to take a lot of my time, and I'm really looking forward to that because it seems like a very compact dungeon crawler of ultimate and endless replayability. So the player board, the overview, the heroes, the different aspects, skills, maps, monsters are explained. Then the gameplay. A game turns in 3 phases. A game turn has the exploration, the resolution and the rest, and these are repeated. Okay. And here's an example of the combat. As you can see, another example of the combat, and also some special rules and clarifications. So a nice reference at the back. So really nice. So let's dive into the rest of the components. So we start with the boards, which are quite thick and heavy. So first of all, we have 3 player boards. Again, I'm reminding you this game is played up to 3 players. Okay, this is a nice thick cardboard, as you can see, so great production. I like the fact that it's matte, so there's no glare. Okay, it has these different areas for slots of cards. Okay, backpack, armor, potions, scrolls, etc. You can track the stats of the players there. And on the back of it, you see different maps, and this is something nice because not only do they serve as player boards, from what I understand, they also do serve as additional maps, which it's absolutely amazing because it gives a lot of extra replayability, especially if this is intended for solo. Like I'm going to play it mainly solo myself, so I'm really looking forward to it. But the fact that it comes with additional boards and maps, it's really, really nice. So this is the dungeon board, okay? The main dungeon board. As you can see, here's the area for the map, and here you can find also additional map. Cool. So let's put that there, and let's put that there. Great. So great quality boards, nice and thick cardstock. So let's move into the remaining of the components. Now this is ultimately filled until the you see how much content there is in the game, packed with cards, right? So I need to mention that because not all games use all the space in the box for filling it with content. Okay. Okay, so nice D10s and a D6, okay, nice colors. We also have 10 mini meeples because now we have, based on my understanding, 10 heroes. I like the mini meeple size, I like the different shapes and colors, the art is nice, the sketch I should say, and then also the fact that you have now 10 heroes to choose from, it's also nice. Then we have 3 different decks. So actually we have a lot of decks. We have 4 different packs, I should say. Okay, I'll come back to that later. Nice insert. Okay, and 2 punch boards. So in terms of punch boards, again, nice thickness. Okay, I'm not going to unpunch everything, just maybe 1 or 2 to see the component quality. Okay, nice counters. Everything seems to come out of the punch board nice. So good quality. Okay. And then let's move into the cards. Now for the cards, again, I haven't read the rules. I started reading online, but now I'm going to continue with the hard copy. I always prefer reading the actual hard copy of my games from the real physical rule book, I mean. So let's at least try to separate those cards into groups so that I can show you in a nutshell the different types of cards, the art mainly, and the anatomy of the cards, so that you can get a feeling and the amount of content. And then we're going to follow up with more content about the game. So obviously this is going to be a game that is going to be coming with me in lots of places for trips, for sure. I like the fact that it's compact. Again, I've seen other dungeon crawlers trying to be compact and being compact, and I guess at least in terms of size, this can easily be compared to Tiny Epic Dungeons, but definitely this is a different type or style of game, and I really like the fact that this is different. This is a roguelike classical dungeon crawler. This is really, really nice, and I'm looking forward to explore it. Now, that being said, let's start by seeing some of the cards. Another thing I want to mention, right, is that these the art in this game is much nicer up close. Maybe the images on the internet, they don't do it justice. Look at the nice details. Okay. Ooh. So these are called, if I'm not mistaken, room cards. They're divided by different emeralds or gems, I should say. Okay, for different types of categories. Good. But let's see now a bit of the anatomy of the cards. Of course, there is text and flavor, and it gives you different things that you're going to find in the dungeons that you explore, from encounters to enemies. Nice art. Also a lot of text, and I'm saying this in a nice way because it seems to have quite a lot of story behind each card. So it's not just you know, a monster attacks you or whatever. So there's quite a lot of story linked with the card. So just going again quickly to show you the variety of the card. Each card is unique, as you can see. I like the fact that there are large cards with a large area portion of the card with illustration. I don't have a problem with small text size. I prefer to have more on my cards than less. So really nice content. I'm really digging what I see. Okay, I mean, art is really something unique, and definitely it's sometimes it's objective. You know, some people like this and that type of art, but I think you could agree with me. This is really nice, and a ton of variety. Wow, wow, wow! Well done. Again, nice art on the cover box, but when you see all these cards, you really understand that sometimes you may not get the right impression of how the amount of different art included in the game if you just go through a small amount of photos on the internet like I did initially. When I started digging out a bit more about the game, then I understood that it's a great game in terms of content and also in terms of components, I should say. Right. Now, these here are the monster cards. They are different levels, all the way to level 4 if I'm not mistaken. 5, sorry, yeah. And now look at that. These are really nice. Amazing art, not just nice. I really do believe, now that I see these cards and I see them here, I really do believe that the cover does not do justice. Not that it's a bad cover, don't get me wrong, but I think the art in this game is fascinating, it's amazing. And these are really nice large cards with, I like the fact that you have art everywhere, and just the colors, not just taking a banner, you know, or a portion of the art, so you don't miss on the art itself. And in any case, you're only interested in a few things, so why to block the beautiful art? Oh, this is really nice. This is beyond my expectations, really. I'm very excited to get this one on the table. For all sorts of reasons, but I have to admit, I didn't think originally that how much I would like the components would be the most important factor for this game specifically. But now I really think I need to reconsider, because not only the gameplay is going to be interesting, but also the nice art. Okay, good. Then we have the bosses. We have 8 bosses, as you can see. Balrog, Cerberus, Death Knight, Lich King, Mountain Giant, Red Dragon, Soul Tyrant, and Storm Giant. Cool. Then we have 12 map cards and our heroes. So let's go through our map cards. Again, this takes place spot here. Okay, so this is really nice, because I'm guessing that as you navigate from card to card, then you encounter different types of rooms or cards from the room cards that you open when you reach this type of color gem. And this means ultimately a ton of replayability. Wow, wow, what a great system. And it's, ooh, nice, it's double-sided. That means double content. That means it's actually 12, but not 12, it's 24 different map cards. Awesome. And then we have our heroes. So we have the different I think these are different levels, right? If I'm not mistaken, or not? Oh no, sorry. These are different portraits. Okay, so we have the aristocrat, we have the barbarian, we have the bard, we have the crusader, we have the machinist, and we have the miner, the monk, the ranger, the rogue, and the sorcerers. The sorcerer and the sorcerers. Good. So these are our heroes, really nice. And then the last thing that I want to show you is the small size cards, which are not small actually, but anyway, quite big. So we have all sorts of things from loot, equipment, the decks of the players, based on of the heroes. Sorry, these are the matching the respective heroes, as you can see. Okay. Then we have so these are specialty loot cards. These ones, sorry. And this is cursed loot cards. So these are different types of loot cards. So you see all sorts of things from bag of gold, camping gear, a cave bird, a combra. Okay, so you can have also different things in the loot. Not everything is nice and handy, but you can find things as crossbow, daggers, companions, I would think, gems, tools, and so on. Okay, nice. Armor. Again, I mean, the art in this game is on a whole new level versus the cover box, which again is really nice. Right. Then these are the loot cards, the normal loot cards with the chest, and there are quite a few, as you can see. Okay, a lot of loot cards. So you have different jewelry, armor, helmets, shields, spells, scrolls, weapons, potions, and so on. Okay, you get the idea. Really nice. Okay, cool. These will populate your slots, obviously. And then I think the last thing that I want to show you are these, the anatomy of these cards, linked with the heroes. So let's say, for example, a rogue has those 4 cards, which have their starting, the backstab, the starting weapon. They have a dagger, evade and disarm, and sneak. So these are called starting loot cards. Okay, so yeah, makes sense because you start with this as your hero. So there you have it. These are all the components of Rogue Dungeon 2nd edition. Looks really, really nice. Very much looking forward to get this one on the table, as mentioned before. Again, don't forget that there is a link in the description of this video where you can find more about the upcoming Kickstarter campaign with 3 more expansions hitting crowdfunding soon. So many thanks for watching.